What exactly are the moral implications of lolcow culture? Let's discuss. In case you've been blissfully unaware of the online phenomenon known as lolcows, I'll give you a quick definition to get you on the same page. A lolcow is an individual posting on an online platform, usually YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc., who is typically deemed cringe by their audience. Their audience actually grows off of a disdain for them, and they try their best to annoy, embarrass, or harass them. However, sadly, most lolcows tend to be obese, mentally disabled, physically disabled, or in deep poverty and addiction. Sometimes the lolcow is genuinely a bad person, so their audience justifies their mistreatment. This is a heavily debated topic, however, because the mental distraught caused by online harassment and doxing can cause very negative psychological effects. For example, the worst instance of this occurring was revolving infamous lolcow Chris Chan. Chris Chan grew up dealing with severe autism and constantly overshared their life online. This breach of privacy caused trolls to provoke Chris into posting videos of themselves screaming and throwing fits over topics like not being able to get a girlfriend, dealing with trolls, and dealing with controversy regarding their Sonichu comics in which Chris drew real-life women in sexually compromising ways. I think everything that Chris Chan did could have been prevented through better parenting. Chris obviously fell into a very radicalized internet environment once they began reading forums like 4chan and Kiwi Farms. Chris went on to commit a horrible sexual crime against their mother with debilitating dementia. This obviously was a terrible action that they rightfully went to prison for, and somehow recently got out and has continued to engage with people online. While Chris Chan is an extreme example, their story really outlines the risk of allowing your children with free access to the internet. In recent years, more of these individuals have risen to fame, such as Nova Online, Fibs, Tyler Catastrophe, Lovely Peaches, Tofia Chu, Low Tier God, and so many more. While some have done things much worse than the others, what they have in common is a follower base that eggs on their negative behaviors. But there's been two lolcows as of recently that stick out to me because of the insane amounts of revenue they've made off of a title that usually brings people's brands to their eventual demise. Starting with streamer Clavicular, he began as a looks-maxing creator and an alt-right figure for the male self-improvement and ego-stroking demographic. He spewed hateful rhetoric towards women, minorities, and collaborated with known child traffickers and alt-right figureheads. Clavicular spent all his time building up an audience partially made of closed-minded men who hated women and considered themselves chads, and the other half made up of people who genuinely hated him and were only watching him to troll. He promoted methods of looks-maxing to his audience that were practically methods of self-harm, as well as consistently bringing up his, quote, microdosing of meth. As of recent, he overdosed on drugs, revealing light on his unhealthy addiction. He also underwent plastic surgery as part of his looks-maxing journey, and a good majority of his viewers have started hating on it by saying he looks more feminine than the face he started with. Although Clavicular has experienced extreme highs in his career, I predict that he's about to experience some extreme lows. His immoral actions and hateful words are going to fall back on his shoulders, and he's become the exact thing the audience he built despises. The other individual I wanted to discuss today is Trevino. Ashley skyrocketed to fame for notoriously neglecting her daughters of basic necessities, allowing literal criminals into her home and around her children under the excuse that she was dating them, and releasing some horrible music. She additionally told the daughter of the man whom her ex-husband killed that she was happy he died and joked about him, quote, probably causing 9/11 because of his Middle Eastern descent.
Your dad deserved everything that he got, okay? Your dad deserved everything that he got. Your dad deserved everything. Yeah, her dad deserved it. How do you know that he wasn't the one behind the Twin Towers? He tried to do the Twin Towers, bro. There was a lot of Mohammeds that were in the Twin Towers. I don't care what they think about me after this. I really don't care what they think about me. I really don't.
This seemed to be all she would be known for until suddenly she began showing up on viral YouTube interviews, flexing her money for the mass amounts of donations she would receive via TikTok live donations. One thing that changed during this time was who she was collaborating with. Ashley started making videos with a content creator and underground SoundCloud rapper named Santi P. What's crazy is Santi actually came from my hometown, and I couldn't fathom how he came in contact with this woman. After beginning this collaborative effort, Santi's audience grew exponentially in size, and the implications of their actions really hit me. Ashley was being enabled and promoted by Santi. It really takes a horrible person to be willing to platform a child neglector all for your own gain. They're both reaping the benefits of this partnership. Well, aside for Ashley being punched in the face by a girl at a Texas roadhouse.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's $200.
Anyone who purposefully puts themselves in a room with her is profiting off of the mistreatment of her children. I know this video was especially long, and I hope to start making more long-form content soon. It just depends on what my laptop can render. I've been thinking about moving video production to my PC though, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. What opinions do you guys have on the morality of lolcow culture? Is the online harassment of people who sometimes don't know better justified if they're bad people? Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and as always, keep discussion respectful. Thank you for watching.